Hi, I'm Leora Tanenbaum, and I'm Senior Director of Editorial here at Catalyst, calling in from New York City. I'm here today with my colleague, Kathrina. Kathy, say hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Kathrina Robotham. I also go by Kathy, and I'm a director in research at Catalyst, and I'm calling in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Really happy to chat with you today.
Kathy, thank you so much for being here and talking about Catalyst's new research on menopause in the workplace. This topic is so essential, yet hasn't received the attention it deserves. But now, menopause is having its moment, with companies finally becoming aware that they must provide support for their employees experiencing symptoms from perimenopause and menopause. You've been working on Catalyst research demonstrating that supporting menopause in the workplace is essential. Many HR professionals may not be fully aware of the impact menopause has on workplace productivity and employee well-being. Would you tell us, what are some of the key workplace challenges that menopausal employees are facing?
In our survey, we found that over 90% of employees experiencing the menopause transition report having symptoms. And we see that the most common symptoms are sleep changes, physical exhaustion, mental exhaustion, and hot flashes. So over 60% of folks are saying they're experiencing these symptoms, and we know that all of these symptoms can affect job performance. And in our survey, we also see that that's confirmed. 37% are saying that their symptoms negatively affect their job performance. So they're experiencing all of these challenges. But another one to consider, in addition to the symptoms that they're going through, is also the stigma that's associated with menopause. We found in our survey that over a third of respondents said that there's stigma against talking about menopause in their workplace. And we see that this stigma has real consequences. So our data show that employees' menopause symptoms impact their work performance more in workplaces where they're seeing a lot of stigma and where menopause is highly stigmatized. And we know that stigma can also shroud menopause in the silence and secrecy that it does not need to be in. And we see that in our survey. 72% said they've hidden their menopause symptoms before, and 34% said they've never told anyone at work about their menopause symptoms. So folks who are going through menopause are essentially suffering in silence, and they're not feeling safe to ask for support and from their organizations.
Wow, that data is really eye-opening. I'm so glad that you're doing this research and collecting this. Could you break this down for us? Why is it crucial for workplaces to offer menopause support programs?
Really important because menopause usually coincides with the peak of women's career when they're entering leadership roles. And so we're talking about supporting folks who are highly specialized and developed talent. We also know that women of menopausal age are the fastest growing demographic in the workforce. And they're saying that this is what they need to effectively manage their symptoms and really perform to the best of their ability. So in our survey, 84% of employees agreed that there's more support is needed for menopause. And our research was showing that there's a really large gap between what employees desire and what companies are offering. So we can see that providing these really targeted benefits and support for employees going through menopause can help to address this really growing priority for a really important part of the workforce.
And I know that Catalyst research also shows that menopause is directly linked to talent, attraction, and retention. Can you explain how offering menopause-related benefits can give companies a competitive edge in today's job market?
Yeah, so our survey showed that actually less than 25% of companies offer menopause support. So that is a very small number. And so we can see then that companies that provide this benefit have a chance really to differentiate themselves and be better positioned in the war for talent. And our research shows that menopause support is really an important factor in employees' decisions to leave or stay at an organization. 74% of employees said that they would be more likely to apply for a job at a company that offers perimenopause and menopause support than at a company that does not. So you're losing out on folks when you're not offering menopause support. We're also seeing that our respondents said they've quit and they've turned down job opportunities because there's been a lack of support for menopause. And as I said before, these employees that are going through menopause are usually in senior roles with really specialized knowledge that can be especially hard and costly to replace. So organizations are really losing valuable talent if they fail to offer menopause support.
Wow, these are all really useful and actionable takeaways. And with all the Catalyst research being done on this topic, I'm just curious to ask, what is your personal takeaway on why menopause support is so important for companies to address?
Yeah, menopause support is really important for companies to address because it's not going anywhere. Women are pushing back against the stigma that has for so long kept them silent about this issue, and they're rightly expecting more from their organizations. So, organizations that provide support can better help employees manage their symptoms, and we know that this can positively impact their well being and their performance. So, it's not just the right thing to do, but it makes good business sense.
Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Kathy. And for everybody tuning in, you can learn more about these findings on menopause in the workplace by visiting our website at catalyst.org.